Today on Open Throttle 360. Recently, the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix took the checkered flag. We'll take a look at some of the festivities. We visit with a local teenager with a love for cars and an even greater love for giving back. We look at highlights from the flashlight drags. Tom Lang talks with Hall of Fame driver Scott Bloomquist. And as always, we go pro. That's coming up on OT360.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Well, that's when I get rowdy. Just get on board, strap in, you'll understand that I'm wild, wild and crazy.
Welcome to Open Throttle 360. I'm Tom Lang.
And I'm Trip Clark. Tom, a couple of the segments we're going to be looking at today show what a big heart the car people have. And sometimes with a little bit of effort, sometimes with a ton of effort, you can put together an event and do a lot of really nice things for people.
And one of those events that requires a ton of effort and is actually a local event with global cachet, that's the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dan Del Bianco, who's been a guest on Open Throttle 360 a number of times, organizes one of the great car events in the region. When one of the marquee vintage racing events in the world takes place in a city that sees on average 151 days of precipitation a year, you better be ready to put on some rain tires and suck it up. And with the same metal that put this great city on the map, the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix won't park for a few sprinkles.
Mini is the mark of the year, and this is the guy from Mini, Chris Lasko. Chris, great turnout on what looks like a lousy day.
Absolutely. You can't stop these Mini customers.
I saw the parade coming in. It looked endless. I didn't know they made that many Minis.
And you know, there's only 7 models. I bet you can't find 2 that are the same right now.
What's new for Mini?
Well, this year, being the mark fit perfectly with the fact that we launched our F56. That's the classic Mini redone. Still got that passion, soul.
The very first race I ever went to was at the Butler County Fair back in 1975, and there was a Mini in that race.
Sure.
I remember that car so well. They're very specific cars. They got a great following.
It was British Car Day, and hanging around with such beautiful cars
was the dog's bollocks.
Excuse me, it was the bee's knees. But we wanted to talk with some blokes who eat it, sleep it, and breathe it.
Well, you're a Triumph guy, but British Car Day, it encompasses every automobile that ever came from Britain.
Correct. So this year we're actually honoring the 100th anniversary of Aston Martin. And it includes everything from Aston Martin to MG, Triumph, Sunbeam, anything that's British or anything that came across the pond here is now at the show.
And I would have to say the British cars, I'm looking around here, it looks like they take up a major portion of the square footage of this golf course.
Since we were the first ones here, we get the best display area. We're sort of up, as you can see, up on the top of the hill. I love this event. I think I've only missed maybe 2 or 3 in my 30 plus years of attendance. So.
Well, the next 30 years, you're gonna have to not miss any.
I'll do my best to not miss any.
Talking to Bernie Martin, runs the Cortile. Tell us, what is the Cortile?
The Cortile is the courtyard of Italian cars. Now, you notice how I've got to do this.
Yeah, it fits.
Yes, because Ferrari is the Cavallino Ramperti, the prancing stallion, and Lamborghini is a bull. So I Googled barnyard, and Cortile came up, but Cortile means courtyard. So courtyard is appropriate for what we've got back here.
Is there much competition between the nationalities of cars, British, Italian, whatnot?
We joke about things with each other. It's like, you've got a British car. Well, you better put the cardboard under the British cars because they're leaking oil, so I can say that. We have a nice camaraderie. We all appreciate the cars. So happens this is the Italian area.
For today.
For today.
With all that goes on, the organizers of the Grand Prix never forget the real purpose.
All the time and effort and work you put into this, is it worth it?
When we write that $8,000 check to the charities of the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix, it is all worth it.
This is a charity event for the Autism Society of Pittsburgh and Allegheny Valley School. And we're not only getting to enjoy what we're doing here, but we're raising money for charity.
The conditions were wet, slick, slippery, and our GoPros hung in there the entire time until it was dry.
Coming up on OT360, we look at how the racing and automotive communities come together to help those in need. Ever hear of street racing without the jail time? Then stick around. And then later, we talk with one of the winningest dirt racers in history. That's next on Open Throttle 360.
With more than 3 decades of experience and 130 suppliers under one roof, Ludy's Chevy Warehouse is your one-stop restoration shop for sheet metal, brakes, emblems, chrome, and more. Need restoration parts for Chevy Impala, Bel Air, or Biscayne? We've got a catalog for that. We've got parts for Tri-5 and Chevy trucks, Chevelle, Monte Carlo, and El Camino, Chevy Nova, and Camaro. It's all at Ludy's Chevy Warehouse. Call today for a free catalog or visit us at a swap meet near you.
Delaney Automotive offers vehicle service and maintenance that fits your schedule with same-day repair that gets you back on the road fast. Delaney services all makes and models and offers an exclusive tire price match guarantee. No time to wait? Delaney has you covered with loaner cars, courtesy transportation, as well as shuttle services from all our locations. Or use our convenient pickup and delivery service. Visit DelaneyAuto.com to make your appointment today.
When it comes to luxury and performance, Cadillac still sets the standard. Arnold Palmer Motors in Latrobe offers the best of Cadillac luxury, including the all-new 2014 ATS, a world-class compact luxury sedan that redefines the Cadillac experience. The Cadillac CTS, Motor Trend's 2014 Car of the Year, is in a class by itself for design, safety, and engineering excellence. Visit Arnold Palmer Motors in Latrobe today and test drive the best that Cadillac has to offer.
Best tires, parts, and service. Tire Town. There are dozens of car cruises every week throughout the region. Many of those are for a much bigger cause than looking at classic cars, a cause that's near and dear to someone's heart. Whether it's helping organizations that have helped them or keeping hope and memories alive for others. OT360 got more invitations than we could accept this summer, so we decided to highlight a number of the big hearts out there that went out of their way to help others.
We're at Blackhawk High School for the summer cruise benefiting Make-A-Wish, and with me now is Marissa Morrison. She organized this event. Tell us why you put this event together.
I was diagnosed with leukemia when I was in 7th grade, so this is my senior project, and I wanted to give back to Make-A-Wish because they had granted me a wish to go to Hawaii last summer, and I've been to Parts of Rama and World of Wheels. It was one of the events that I could be around people because it was open air when my immune system was low. I wanted to give back and let other kids have an opportunity to get what they wanted for their wish.
Marissa contacted us and said she'd like to do a cruise, and she has been a hard worker, I have to tell you. She's taken all the advice that she's been given and asked for, and and absolutely run with it.
How are you deciding who wins the awards?
I asked Make-A-Wish to choose 3 kids that have had a wish before, and each one of them will present someone with a trophy.
This is a great event that you put together here.
Thank you.
Marissa pulled some strings for her event, and one of those was getting top alcohol funny car driver Bobby Martin.
I'm the kind of person that kind of believes if the race car is in the garage and someone wants to invite me to an event, I'm more than happy to accommodate them if we possibly can.
Well, tell us a little bit about your car.
This car here was built locally. We started with a stock block engine. I could go to Kmart and buy my oil filters and everything. So we really kind of progressed. It wasn't a thing where we started out with a lot of money and were able to buy everything. We really kind of came up through the ranks in terms of funny car racing.
With me now is Joe, who owns a replica of the General Lee. How much fun is it to have a car like this?
You're driving a movie star, and sometimes you forget it. We have it in parades when we get invited, and it's just a ton of fun. Everybody recognizes it, and if kids enjoy the car and families enjoy the car, it's a great benefit to be able to bring it out and maybe make a kid smile and, raise a couple dollars for a good cause.
Tell us just a little bit about your race car.
Well, it's a junior dragster, about 70 horsepower, and it goes about 75 miles per hour.
Is it fun to go fast?
Yes, extremely.
Cruising is more than just parking your car and lifting your hood. Frequently, it's about pulling together a community of car enthusiasts who want to help those in need. OT360 was invited to more fundraising events than we could attend, whether it was cruising for Courtney in memory of Courtney Lynn Rummel, who sadly lost her battle with cancer, but whose memory lives on by benefiting the National Center for Shaken Baby Syndrome, or cruising for Luke Blannock, whose courageous battle with cancer continues. For all of the cruises for a cause, OT360 salutes your efforts to help others.
Okay, we're starting some trouble again. We've got Chris and Jim here. Chris got this gorgeous Chevy. Jim's got the Ford. You guys ready to go at it here?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's been giving me stuff all winter, Yeah, the only way he's going to be able to beat me is I got a slipping tranny. Yeah, right.
So you got enough motor to handle him?
No, he spent a lot of money on that over the winter.
Yeah, is it money that makes the difference, or is it the knowledge?
It's the guy. He keeps saying he's slowing down because he feels bad to let me win, but we're gonna see what happens.
Are you really that charitable?
Nah. I beat him I don't know how many times last year. So he had to spend all that money over the winter.
So you went and stepped up your program because he was thumping you.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I did it, just to shut him up. That's all.
So how much did you spend to beat him?
Couple grand, maybe 2, 3, 4 grand, I don't know, but who knows? I might scatter mine down at the track and he may, still give me grief for the next year.
Money's the root of all evil.
If I don't let him win, he'll be spending more money. So I'll let him win. He'll call me next week and go, "Why are you in your garage?" Yeah. I thought you were motor out of your car.
Okay. Well, there's only one way to settle this. That's out on the straight line. You guys ready to get it on?
Let's do it, man.
All right, let's go.
All right, man. Let's get it.
Still to come, Hall of Fame dirt racer Scott Bloomquist was in town for the annual Firecracker 100, and we had the chance to catch up with him. Don't go far, OT360 will be right back.
Country music fans, Chris Higby's new CD depends on you. Be part of the Kickstarter campaign to help Chris record a new CD. Go to chrishigby.com to see how you can be a part of making music history.
24/7, get the gear at PennStateClothes.com. Shirts, hoodies, gifts, jerseys, and sweats. PennStateClothes.com. You bet. The family clothes line with more in store. At Penn State Clothes, you get more. 24/7, get the gear at PennStateClothes.com. The family clothes line.
Your best price is always right here in Indiana at Delaney Hyundai. Not only do we promise you a great deal, we deliver the best price on our entire Hyundai lineup, guaranteed. Choose your favorite from the stylish Elantra to the popular Sonata or the super versatile Santa Fe. Get more and pay less with honest, everyday best pricing at Delaney Hyundai. Why would you buy anywhere else? Delaney Hyundai, Oakland Avenue in the heart of Indiana.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all of your dirt, drag, and street machine needs? Look no further than Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic and Precise Racing Products. Precise is the leading distributor for Hoosier Racing tires and VP Racing fuel for Pennsylvania and Maryland. We also have a wide range of parts and accessories for circle track, drag racing, and street performance. Visit PreciseRacing.com and enter coupon code OT360 to receive a free hat on your next purchase. Precise Racing Products. We sell speed.
Country music fans, Chris Higby's new CD depends on you. Be part of the Kickstarter campaign to help Chris record a new CD. Go to chrishigby.com to see how you can be a part of making music history.
When you hear the nickname The Boss, you might think of Springsteen. And when you hear Voodoo Child, you just might think of Hendrix. But they are also the nicknames of one of, if not the best driver to ever hit the dirt track. And I had the pleasure to talk to him. I'm talking to the man when it comes to dirt late models, Scott Bloomquist. Scott, nice to see you here at Lernerville. When you roll into these tracks that you may only visit once or twice a year, but some of the local guys who are here racing tonight, they race here every Friday. Do they have any kind of advantage because they're used to this track?
You know, that to some degree they do, but we've got a 70% win rate for our first visit to a racetrack, so we're not insecure to travel and go into new places and feel confident in our equipment enough that once we get there, we make quick adjustments for the racetrack and usually roll with it pretty fast.
Now, you've been here for 3 days. This is your third night of racing. Is the track much different from the first night to the third night for you to adapt to it?
It's been a little different the first 2 nights. You know, it's definitely going to get dry, hard, and slick, and it's going to be a driver's racetrack for sure.
Most fans and racers would consider you one of the top drivers in this sport. Does that put any pressure on you to perform when you come to a race?
Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, there is a certain amount, but you know, you got all these guys in the pits also. You know, everybody's expecting quite a bit of you when you go into a racetrack, and you know, but the pressure probably comes from what I put on myself. This is what I do for a living, and you know, it's almost like you must perform. This is how you eat.
A lot of people, they have to be out of the sport a long time to get in the Hall of Fame. I understand you are a Hall of Fame driver.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they choose who gets in there, but I've been racing 35 years now, so it's quite some time, and we've won every major event that there's ever been in the sport. So, I think that might be some of what made them consider us.
Everybody considers you one of the top guns. Is it like being a gunfighter in the Old West that people are actually got the mark on you, they're looking to beat you?
Yeah, not so much. Most of them race pretty clean, but occasionally you get to some racetracks and somebody just wants to say they finished in front of you, whether it's a heat race or whatever it is, or beat you at any given time, and they might race a little bit rough or a little aggressive, or over-aggressive. That's a little upsetting sometimes if they damage your equipment. But, you know, we've got everything it takes to replace anything on the car, and we just get in there and we'll fix it and get back after it. So it's not too bad.
You feel good about tonight?
Yeah, real good.
Okay. Like to see you in the winner's circle.
Sounds good.
Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
Still to come, drivers and racers from all over the area submitted their GoPro footage. See if yours makes the show.
Heads Up Racing. Run what you brung. Street racing without the jail time. FlashlightDrags.com.
When it comes to luxury and performance, Buick takes a backseat to no one. Arnold Palmer Motors in Latrobe features the best of Buick, including the 2014 Buick Verano. Verano represents a new generation of mid-sized Buick luxury by blending performance-ready styling, comfort, and advanced IntelliLink technology. Visit Arnold Palmer Motors today and experience the 2014 Buick Verano for yourself.
A family-owned and operated racing enterprise specializing in restoration work, chassis setup, transmission work, hard-to-find parts, and vintage car sales. Zappa Racing is the place to go for your road racing needs. Visit ZappaRacing.com and find out what the Fighting Bee is all about. Zappa Racing. Heads Up Racing. Run what you brung. Street racing without the jail time. FlashlightDrags.com.
That about wraps up another episode of Open Throttle 360. Tom, today we covered vintage road racing, muscle, dirt, drag. Pretty much covers it all.
Not everything, but we've still got some shows left to do. In the meantime, like us on Facebook, and who knows, you might even win some tickets.
And follow us on Twitter.
Remember, Trip, there's no use running if you're on the wrong road.
Some words from a wise man. We'll see you next time.
Next week on Open Throttle 360. We were in Long Pond, PA for the Indy car race at Pocono, so we'll check out the highlights. Local and legendary track announcer Dal Carnahan talks with OT360 host Tom Lang. We look at a 1955 GMC pickup that was a sentimental gift to someone's dad. We talk with a local driver who uprooted and moved to North Carolina to chase his dreams. And as always, we go pro. That's all coming up on the next OT360.